Zoom a little bit. There we go. How goes it, shipmates? Let's let everybody catch up. Okay, for you, watching on watch back, here we go. Tonight's paint along is maredudd owain, which I know I've butchered. Sorry for Welsh people out there. He's a legendary Welsh hero for saga. He's £4.50 in their saga range, which means you get this. Get the nice warlord base with him. And here he is, all based up, ready to rock. As you can see, while I was waiting for this stream to start, I've painted the pumice. I knew I'd get that word eventually if I sat there. So, without more ado, let's get going on this bad boy. Let's start with our usual moonstone skin. Ahoy! Oh, that's a bad place to leave the miniature. We're desperately trying to focus. To move the camera, hopefully it will focus better. But it didn't like that at all. So, a bit of medium, and we're away. Yeah, I love the Welsh guys, and I spend a lot of time driving around in Wales, working and not working. But I'm afraid the language just eludes me, so when I get double D's and stuff, I just forget what I'm supposed to be saying, and I'm sorry. Welsh folks out there, I am terribly sorry. Let's just say this guy is a legendary hero. Because he is. Roughly base it on the paint job that's on the Griffin Beast website. It's probably Darren Linton's. Something like that. It's going to be very, very clever. He's done a very, very good job. Ahoy, Karen! Long time no see. How are you doing? I'm afraid there's no purple in this guy. I can't even stake a claim for sneakingly purple in this one. But the guys will vouch for me. I have been doing lots of purple. Yeah, so it's 2 weeks, haven't it? I'm doing a week off, aren't I, in between at the moment? It's even become a thing, Karen, that I say, oh, let's get some purple in there just in case Garrett comes in, so I'm not in trouble. Yes, so that's been very good. We did a recorded video for last Friday, and then it got in the edit got corrupt. The file got corrupted or something. Very technical. My son was trying to make it look very fancy, and it went completely wrong. So hopefully this week we're going to reshoot it and get it on there for this week's video release. I'm going to try and do it's going to be like an unboxing of the Viking 4-point plastics. Yeah, we went to all the time troubleshooting it, and then it didn't happen. But yeah, so if no one's caught on to what we're going to be doing, I'm going to do a little pre-video, I think, just to create straight to camera one first up, just to let everyone know what's going on. So it's going to be a much simpler video, which gives us another crack at sorting out the editing software. So for, yeah, hopefully now I've cleared a couple of rig commissions, we're going to have a little bit more time to work on it. So just adding medium into this moonstone skin. I'm waiting for the update on my website too. So I've got all this interesting new stock arriving. The crow's nest. I've not told anyone about it. It's like the best kept secrets. There, put my tufts back in. So I hope everyone had a good 2 weeks and didn't miss me too much last Friday. I think that was 2 weeks ago, Karen. I don't know if you saw that one. We started the red from a purple base. You can still see it in the necktie. I don't think he had any purple in it. Right, let's get the gunmetal. Oh, that sounds very empty. Might get, oh yeah, I did put some medium in there the other day, so got a little bit left in there. Get one of the old knackered brushes. I'm just gonna get the chainmail washed in nice and early so it can have a good old chance at drying. Yeah, so I hope everyone's got some good projects on the go. Oh, the sad news just for a couple that happened earlier, but I found out is Chuck Norris has passed away. So rest in peace, Chuck. There'll be some decent. I'm sure he'll bump into Bruce and have a rematch. Some nice gunmetal on there as well. There's some strap there. So jabbing his brush into the chainmail to get it nice settled in there, because I know the brush has lost its point anyway. Next we're going to use one of the John Blanches from box 2. I've got box 3 and 4 in stock now. I bought a set for myself, so I'll be doing an unboxing of these on Pirate Rich Plays. Is that number 3 and number 4. So I thought I'd do some. Might try and do that tomorrow. Many monks ago, yeah, PPO promise. I sometimes as well, it does dry out a bit, so I tend to put the matte medium in there as well to keep it nice and moist. So this is a strong brownish red, and I'm going to use that for the base of its shirt. Ahoy! How goes it, Artemis? Maybe the sleeve was going to be part of his kind of long shirt. And going on there, I think. This undercoat is taking this paint lovely. It's the usual. It's the Vallejo black with the light grey over the top. There's room to make that under sleeve, but I think he's got his other sleeve tucked away up under there somewhere. So this comes in one piece apart, and then you just got to glue the axe in, which is kind of cool. Just get a little bit more. There we go. And then we get skull for his, like, it looks like a padded, quilted kind of affair there. So just thinning that paint out with the lovely medium. So what have I been up to in the 2 weeks? Well, mostly they come at night, mostly. No. I've been tied up with this huge 30-year war. Commission, which is now done. So on with the next one. So that's some 40k stuff, some Emperor's Children. So purples and pinks, Karen. It's a show. I'm not making that there, hiding away over here. Purples and pinks. They're very bright. Okay. So we're going to leather there. We're going to want like a fawn coloured. So let's do mocha skin. Yeah, choose these like a greyish browns. These little boop. This is what we'll use on his cloak. And the reason we're starting that tone is, we will see in a bit. The reason I chose to paint this guy today is because one of my favourite things about the Fanatic war paints is their great brown paints. The thing about brown paints is they're brown. Yeah, it's kind of one of those colours, isn't it? Sort of, oh, that's brown. But when you use lots of different browns on the same miniature, and you can get the contrast between the different browns, I think it just makes the miniature look really special. And it doesn't always come off, so it's always a bit of a voyage of adventure and discovery when you try this. But that's what we're trying to do. We're gonna, as you see, we're into the brown zone. That sounds terrible, doesn't it? Yeah, I don't think I should call it the brown zone. But you guys know what I mean. It's something that I can't possibly say on here, and I don't suggest you put it into the chat because the AI monster will throw you out. Yeah, it's one to be avoided, isn't it? I've noticed I've stopped talking because I was getting myself into a situation where I was going to put my foot in it. Fun off. Yeah, see what I did there. There we go. Just nip round it again. Just strengthening the areas up with the arm. Oh, I've missed a bit. So everyone is doing okay. I think I did ask, but I'm going, instead of using our, no, let's use our old favourite of Crusader skin. This is speed paint, but we're going to use it as a wash. And grab one of our rubbishy brushes, because don't put wash on your decent brush. There we go, just zap a little bit back up, wick it away. Usually we'd have lots of this stuff on it, but I don't want too many puddles. Our band used to have a roadie called Mike, and he looks so like he had the same moustache, same haircut. This could be him. There we go. I don't know, so I dropped a bit of that into the grooves in his like sandal thingies, so I can pick it back out in a minute. Next we'll get our black wash. I filled this up yesterday with medium and black ink and a little bit of flame proofer. Somebody did ask me about making Agrax or strong tone, which in fairness I've not bothered. I don't use masses of it. I use more of the black, I suppose I could add it to the list of videos I need to make, because it is quite handy stuff to have about. Right. So next, while that's all drying, we can drop a little bit out there. I want to paint the leather next, but I can't because of that. So we're just going to do the shaft of his axe, just because. We're waiting for. Yeah, they're very good. What's up with this paint? Right, so that's. Oh, sorry, this was desert yellow. I'm just going to do the shaft on his axe. You know, using the brush, that has no point. It's pointless. There we go. So I was just letting my cogs work for a minute. You probably hear my wheels spinning. I was just looking if I could get away with painting the leather on this thing. I think it's dry enough. You should really leave that longer. If you're painting this and you're using a wash, make sure it's completely dry first, because otherwise, oh, how horrendous. Right, we're going to brigandine brown for a base of our leather. Bit of medium in our brush. Let's swap up to the bag for a sec. We'll be careful where I've put the wash on the flesh and the chainmail. So if I touch into that wash, all of a sudden it's going to thin the paint and they go sploosh. Which we don't want that to happen. But if I sit here for 20 minutes while it completely dries, you might find that very boring. Or if I put the hairdryer on to dry it off quicker and you can't hear me, Some might say that for a bonus. I don't know. Let's find out a Brigadine Brown. He's got some strapping going on there as well. Actually, I think it might be part of his cloak. Yeah, it's part of his cloak. So let's wash that off. It looked like straps. Is that straps? Is that cloak? I'll paint this straps. And it don't look right, so we're going to go back in. Oh, that's better. I've got that in my brush. I'm just going to go around, check that's nice and strong. Then we go back to the leather. Ahoy! How goes it, mate? Yes. Another busy week, Rich. Yeah, I do think sometimes that they're not obvious as well. And some of the miniatures I look at, I think, really? And then you start painting them. And you think, oh, okay, I get you. I can see where you're going with that one. I mean, the other one I almost picked out to do tonight was Peter the Hermit. That's a great miniature. There was a couple of Age of Magic ones that nearly got. The Enchantress of the Woods, I think, was another one that nearly got picked for tonight. But as I said, catching all the little edges. There we go. So next we are going to deal with some more of the cloak. Into amber skin, which is a brighter, it's a yellowish brown. I'm going to swap to a rubbishy brush here because I want a bigger, I want to really add lots of medium to this one. And wash it out. Then go back in. I'm just going to do some big chunky highlights. It's quite a flat cloak, this one. Which is why I've thinned the paint so much. So almost making it translucent. Or you can see through it like this. Show you how thin this paint is. It's hardly paint at all. To say it's going to look bright as it goes on. As this dries. There's not many peaks and valleys in it, which is ironic, really. So I'm kind of just placing a very thin, it's almost a glaze, I suppose, rather than a if I use the paint too thick, there will be no chance of blending it, if you know what I mean. That's why I've used a brush with a nice, look at the state of that, Karen. Juicy, isn't it? So let that dry for a bit. Let's work a little bit on the flesh. So we went to Moonstone skin, then we put our, what do you call it? We put our Crusader skin speed paint over the top. So now we're going to go back in with the original flesh colour, which is Moonstone skin. And I'm using an insane detail because it's quite small areas of flesh. But basically what I'm doing is staying away from edge and re-establishing the original flesh tone. So I don't want to touch the edges. I'll stay inside. Just so that Crusader skin can still be seen all around the edges and stuff, you know. Gives us a nice outline for the flesh tone. Just pick out top of his hand there. And you'll see it more on the back of this hand, so you just want to pick out the knuckles really. Leave some of that and move back towards the hand. Leave that grooves down the fingers where the Crusader skin. Let's give us a nice shade. We do across the forehead there, but we're not going to go into the hairline. We're going to leave the wash in the hairline down the middle of the nose there. I'm just using this insane detail because it's got a nice little point. I keep a couple of brushes for doing this. If you've got a nice brush with a nice point, they kind of all. That's the thing, is if you're buying a nice expensive pointy brush, all the points are going to be the same size, you know. So a smaller brush just means it's not going to hold as much paint. It'll dry out quicker. So it all depends what you get used to. There we go. So just wash that brush out. So with smaller brushes, the paint does dry on very quickly, so you don't want them drying out. Excuse me. We're going to go to the next skin shade, which is agate skin. I'm just going to highlight what we just did. So we're going to stay inside what we just did. So obviously, under the edge of his shirt there's going to have a bit of a shadow, so we won't go up under there. I'm going to dot into these areas. And just the back of his hand there, start picking out the highlights. So across the knuckle there first, and a little bit across the back of his hand, following on in lines. I'll just add a little bit of medium in my brush. Again, on the back of it, you'll see better. Painting sort of straight lines away from his knuckle. Okay. Just pick out the top of his thumb finger there. Back onto his head. So a bit around the top of his ear. So again, it's our old forehead, nose, cheekbone situation there. And then we're going to wash there, because it doesn't matter if it's dry. Barbarian flesh is going to be our top highlight. Because we're using little dabs, it dries quite quick. What you mustn't do here is kind of scrub the paint around, because then you'll take the bottom layer off, but I'm not doing that anyway. This little, almost like odd little lines you want to tap and move away, but you're staying inside the last highlight. If you kind of get used to just dotting and tapping the brush on, it almost adds like texture strokes. Weirdly, if you do a little bit and then move away, it gives an even bigger impact. So it's one of those less is more. So we're going to go over the eyebrow, down the middle of the nose, stop, and then the top of the nose. Top of those cheekbones. It's a lovely bit of sculpting that. And just on the bottom of his chin there. And we'll just nick on the top of his ear. There we go. Nice. So what we'll do whilst we're in there, I'm going to muck around with the eyes. The eyes, you say? Yes, the eyes. But we're going to swap to our favourite brush, the Psycho, which is even smaller. And this one's really worn out. Literally, it's still the same one. Oh, it's downstairs. Lift goes off. Apparently, that's getting a refit soon, so it won't do it. I kind of miss it. Kind of miss it already. There we go. So it's the eyeballs in. So let's just dot those. There we go. Then we may, if you don't, if for instance, you think that eye is a little bit big, you can go back, get the mid-tone of flesh, and just line out a little bit. There we go. So it's the flesh done, the eyeballs done. So let's carry on with the leather. So next is a bootstrap brown. I was going to say on our brown. No, I can't say that. So the bootstrap brown, we're just going to go over this brigadine. Highlighting bits. And quite a bit of it. I've thinned it out a bit, so you're going to get some of that brown showing through, which is cool. Hitting the top edge on that strap. His boots where it's you kind of hit areas, then move away. Otherwise, you'll just overpaint the whole lot. There we go. And to finish it off, we can do some edge highlighting with leather brown. What you can do is pick up the paint pretty much as it comes out the pot. And I'm trying to paint the top edge of these straps without going the whole. So do line, move up, line, move up. So I'm just catching with a little point of the brush. Oh, excuse me. There we go. What do now on the shoes? Again, you want to individually catch the odd strap there. Use the edge of the brush if you need to on some of them. The other way to do it, if you not want to go to all this fiddliness, you could paint them slightly lighter, then drop a wash on them. But hey, this guy is not the rank and file guy. That may be the way to paint his warriors, or even Levy. But we want our warlord to be as fancy pants as we can. There we go. Okay. So next we want where's it gone? Greedy gold. You know it's coming You knew it was coming. Need a bit of broken brush. I thought this looks like, I don't think it's supposed to, but I think it looks like coins in here. That's why I kind of made it look like a lumpy sack. So it looks like, oh my God. I don't know if that's what it's supposed to be, but that's what we've gone with. There's a little tag on his belt there. There's a lot of gold in North Wales. I was going to do this band. I was thinking about doing it as leather, but I thought, oh, it'd be interesting to do that as gold as well. Just because the rest of the image is going to be quite drab in an interesting sort of way. Yeah, so now if you look at the two different browns we got there, that's good. We got the that was dusty skull, so now we're going to Tomb King Town. So for leaving him there. So we've got a bit of medium on the brush just to pull it into a nice point. Then we're going to paint lines this time. It's going to stay on the ridgy bit. There we go. That's pretty much top to bottom, and then we're going to get the skeleton bone. Oh, sorry guys, I keep leaving that there and it can't focus that there and it just makes the camera go crazy. This time we're going to start on the edge of each one and go halfway down. See what I mean? Try while you'll see that on camera. There we go. Right, we use Ruddy Terror on that one, so we can use Sunburst Ochre. This is another Johnny Blanche one, but adds to the yellows, it's like a base yellow. I just thought it'd go nicely with that ruddy colour. It might not, but I think it will. So stand away from the edges. There we go. So I've never used those two paints together. I just thought, that's interesting. think that they're both out of the John Blanche sets 1 and 2. Nice. Sorry about the knocking the camera there. I should have got up, but to be honest, I get up and I knock the camera anyway, so. Then we got flames, so this is like an orangey yellow, which should give us a nice contrast up a bit from the last paint. Put medium into it. Come along. That's centre line. It looks a bit bright at the moment, but it will dull down a bit as it dries. There we go. Just touch it a bit. So next what we're going to do is with the base of the deep skin tones, we started with mocha skin, which is like 3 up, and then we went 1 above that. Now we're going to drop to the bottom of the triads, which is obsidian skin. Quite thin. So it's going to flow off a brush really nicely. And then we're going to throw a check on board. Mm-hmm. Just naturally letting it go into some. It's pretty flat, so the lines would be fairly straight. There is some curvature in it. I don't want it I want it nearly straight, but I don't want it perfectly straight because that looks weird. You see that medium is just letting the paint run off my brush nice and easy. Because we're using paint from the same triad, it can naturally sit. It's nice. Mm-hmm. Okay. So now we go back round and put the line across. And if you pull in lines and on a paint, pull straight lines. If you watch pinstripers and people like sign writers, it's all about pulling a line. You never try and push a line, always pull a line. Some find going left to right easier, or up and down. Just keep practicing. And one of the hardest thing on miniatures is because it's curved. You try and desperately hold a straight line. You've almost got to go with the flow. And sometimes just eyeball it and just think, oh, yeah, that'll look cool. Always go for the rule of cool. I'm just going around the edge. That's just so it gives me a marker to carry on. Oh, sorry, I was off camera there. It's very hard to stay on camera, and I've always got paint at an awkward angle, which makes an awkward job even double awkward. Keep that medium in your brush, keep the point on your tip of your brush. You do that by swirling it on the wet palette as you pull back. It's almost forming a point each time you load out with paint. There we go. So now we can get our insane detail brush. Upon me. And again with our leather, our dark leather brown. I'm going every two. I don't think it's going to be dark enough, but that's my. I'm going to have to use black. That's better. Bit of medium in there. I'm going every second one. Yeah? Sorry about that, guys. I know I'm off camera. Just needed to hold that just there. There we go. So just before I drop that one, there was too much black paint on my brush. So just laid a bit on the holder there. Don't put it on there. If it's wrong, don't do it. Don't do it. again, there, the miniature felt in the wrong place to do it. So don't just go for it. Readjust the miniature. Find somewhere it works for you. Make sure our brush is nice and clean. So we're going to go some white now. We do a white one down each one we haven't hit yet. Well, that was a big backfire, wasn't it? Yeah, mad. Probably dropped something out of his engine, I should imagine. One of his gears. A bit much in there. Somebody, you thought I'd paint lots of tartan recently. Odd that, isn't it? This is more plates. He's gone for the Burberry look. Hope you enjoyed the tartan on those, Rich. Okay, I think that's busy enough. I don't know about this bit around the bottom. I think I put in black and then just red dots or something, then put black band around there. Maybe. I think that might work. Let's try a minute. Okay, fur. I'm gonna go ancient stone. Where are we? Yeah. This is making my brain. This is. More brain hurts. What was that from? That was. God. Sorry, Coops. It's coming out right, isn't he? Breathe. Breathe, my friend. Oxygen is good. So, yeah, so just. Was that ancient? Was it ancient stone I was using there? Yeah, ancient stone. So always practice hard painting lines, Rich. Getting the hang of it, I am, I think. I've missed one of his ears. It was tucked up behind there. Let's just finish off the base of this fur first. I think Maple's coming back to pick his engine up. He's got another engine. Cheers, shipmate. I'm using my rubbishy brush at the moment because obviously the roughness of the sculpt on the fur, I need to get it in there, so I'm jabbing the brush around. You can probably tell. Still adding medium to it because it helps it get in there. It's probably blowing out on the camera where it's underneath the light. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Oliver Reed, what an actor. What a man. What a drunkard. Awesome. Just going round again. Just making sure that's a nice solid layer. Okay, whilst that's drying, we can nip in whilst the insane brush is there and get that ear, the missing ear. So I'm going to go for the darker flesh colour we used. Yeah, when I was from the front there, I couldn't see it. Even when I was straight to the side, it's tucked right up in his hair there. And we'll grab, right, even washing our brush, we'll grab the mid-tone and then a little bit of the high tone. There we go. Good. Ah, what a great movie. That, yeah, that was an awesome movie. I remember watching. Oh, my mum loved all the classic movies, and I used to sit there and watch them all with her. Yeah, the Assassination Bureau. Was he? He was something called Ivana Drago or something, isn't it? I think I've just named the guy, the boxer from the Rocky movies. It was something along those lines, wasn't it? Okay. What we're going to do, we're going to grab, in the same detail, we're going to grab some white paint. Ivana Dragmarov, that's it. I was close. I didn't want to say Ivan Drago, which is the Dolph Lundgren character, isn't it, from Rocky? Isn't the end scene in an airship? Is it a duel in an airship? I was using the bases to take some of the paint out of my brush. Okay. Awesome. Love that movie. Oh, you thought of what was that? Oh, that was the other favourite we had. Kind Hearts and Coronets. That's the one with, was that Alec Guinness? Oh, I think so. Oh, cool movies. Okay, we're going to go only spikes. What we're going to do is we're going to, from the edges, we're just going to paint in any high clumps we see. So we're looking to leave the valleys. I'm not going to paint over our nice cloak. Yeah, so we'll look to paint in right, but not too many, because obviously if we go too many, we're just painting it a different colour. We're highlighting in the colour that's there. And I'm starting like halfway down and going to the edge. I'm not watering the paint down. So I don't want it to run into the valleys. I just want to keep it on the highest parts. There was so many good old movies in there. But what we call new movies now, they're the old movies for today's generation, aren't they? But I don't know if they look at them the same fondness. Okay, I need to pick up pale sand. Hang on. Here we go, pale sand. Oh, this is a slightly yellow, creamy white. It's tragic to think that the attention span's gone that bad that anything that's longer than 10-15 minutes is too long. So now we're just gonna go around and just that bottom half and just dab a little bit here and there. Give ourselves a nice oddly wavy line. There we go. Calm down, my friend. Next, we'll use carnelian skin. Put a bit of medium in that one. We're going to start it's a bit too red. Let's take that off. So I'm going to water that down. And zap it out with the brush. Sorry, it should be on camera, but it's easy to do it over the water. It was too red. All I'm doing is at the moment I'm just washing the brush out, putting some water on there, and sort of zapping it back off. There we go. I just wanted to do it before it dried. Sorry. I want a darker brown. Maybe banshee brown. Would be good. I might have to use the leather brown. Let's go for oak brown. Yeah, I think they'll never watch films like The Vikings. Blade Runner. Oh my god. Okay, so we're going oak brown. Let's try that one. Yeah, it's better. I'm starting right next to his head. I'm coming about halfway down. So kind of that area. That we highlight out with the other. There we go. Can we see how it's happening? So thin that out as it's come down. So that white is showing through a little bit. Okay, we'll let that dry for a moment. Where get some flesh shade. That's just Ripening flesh shade. Anything like that. We're just going to drop a little bit on that gold. Drop a little bit on his inside of his ear while we're there as well. I'm going to grab our shining silver. He's getting there now, isn't he? That's our broken brush. followed it up with silver. Now I'm unloading it. I'm just gonna take the edge of the axe up. Edge highlighting it. Okay, don't want too much liquid on this. I'll just dab it on a sponge. We're just gonna drop a little bit on the chainmail. There we go. A bit more on the tip of that axe. Okay, so we've done oak brown. Next, tree ancient. Not to be confused with ancient tree. I'm going to work from the edge of the white back up. I'm just hitting the odd height. Let's start this side, it's drier. So we're doing the same what we did with the white, but we're not going to get any of the darkest area around his neck. And also the bit where it crosses over with the white, we've done it slightly thinner. We're not going to get there either. Yeah, and we're going to put that one back, and then we're going to go for dried brown. Again, we're going to pick out just the high bits. Again, we're using the rubbishy brush. In our overpainting style, which has got a proper name. You still with us, Karen? Can you remember? You did used to tell me what it was. It's not over. It's like a wet, dry brush, isn't it? We always called it overbrush, but I think you did tell me what it was called. But I got a head like a sieve. There we go. We're just strengthening up some of those highlights. There we go. Burnt umber, our secret weapon. I think it should be alright to give us enough. I'm looking for a brown that's going to contrast with that brown. It might be a little bit close. We'll soon tell. I know it will be alright. Let's get a brush that isn't like a just got some silver on my hand. It's important that if you get paint on your fingers, make sure you get it off, because you will touch the miniature with it, which you will. It'll always be an annoying colour like a silver or I chose this because it should be just enough contrast. It's going to be close. If it is, what you can do is a wash or a highlight on it. Here we go. I was going to paint these red, but I don't know about leaving them white. I think I'm going to put a light wash in the furs, just to give it a bit of a... There's light tone, which is basically a soft tone. Light tone's got a bit of yellow in it, a bit of sepia sort of. Let's try it. I'm just going to go along the area where the brown meets the white. A bit around his eyes as well. There we go. And I'm going to get some just medium, and I'm going to go over the area that's just had medium on it, so it just thins it out just a little bit. The white just looks a little bit clean, if you know what I mean. I've completely lost where I put the medium in. I want to put some on the axe. Put a bit more medium. Or I've still got some of the washing on. We're going to hit all of that white. And on the wash the brush out, get some clean medium, and just go round halfway through the white and kind of just wash it away with the higher points. You see what I'm doing? Keeping that from drying basically at the moment so I can work it. Dry the brush out, and I'm going to wick the middle section out. So you make sure, if you can do this, that the paint you're going over is really dry, because you will reactivate it otherwise. Okay. I think he's done. Need a victory lap around his base, don't we? I was going to do some fancy pants stuff on there, that yellow bit around the sort of base of his shirt. There's a nice little space there to paint. But I think it just make it too busy. It's like on his cloak, if you really want to blur and hide some of those lines, you didn't want to look so sharp, just drop a little very light wash over it. But I'm quite happy for it to look like that. When it's lacquered as well, that will change its appearance slightly. I think I might put a little bit of grey on there. Any grey handy? No, it's right over there. Grab some grey. It does look like a rocky standing on. That's when I was first doing the base head, I thought, oh, it's a rock. So I've just gone for like a deep grey. I'm going to water it right out. So it looks like a muddy rock. I want the grey underneath. There's the brown sort of showing through, as it were. You just want it painted grey, because then it just make loads of work for us to do. We don't want to make work. We'll use what we've got on there. There we go. Paint around the edge. I think he's there, chaps. 2 hours. That's not bad, is it? So we could put some colour into those white bits, but I'm quite happy the white sits in nice with the Darren, yeah. Oh bless. Give Darren a shout. I think I'm going down there Monday, maybe. He's a big dude as well. I mean, if you look at, he's a big guy. And this Grand Duke, he's a big miniature. He's sort of Warhammery scale. There's his Burberry coat. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, guys. So, all being well, the videos just start coming through, well, hopefully from tomorrow. And the Friday night project, as it were, the alternative Friday night project, should be explained over the weekend at some point, and then start next week. So that's, as I said, that's the cheers, Billy. So again, I'll skip the live one next week, and we'll hit it again the following week. I'll pick up something interesting from the Beastie Boys. As I said, I've got to redo my website as well. It's all happening. It's all happening. I will get there, guys. This guy's got a real good look on his face, isn't he? Yeah, very interesting miniature. Okay, guys, well, thanks for joining me. Don't forget, tomorrow, guys, if you're watching this back and you've not subscribed, because lots of people watch them but haven't subscribed, if you could drop me a subscription and a like and follow and notification bell and all of that sort of palaver, that'd be good. If you can spin by our sister channel of Pirate Rich Plays, because there's going to be things happening on there soon as well. And don't forget, drop by, have a cup of tea or coffee at the Crow's Nest. Drop us a message. And have a good weekend, guys. Once again, thanks for joining us. And watch this space. Cheers then.